Okay, you guys, so I got the Blu-ray in, and immediately you can tell that it's a Nicolas Winding Refn movie. You can tell by the music, the score, the cinematography, which is absolutely beautiful. You can just tell by looking at the menu that the cinematography is going to be awesome, how the colors stand out. And it's a movie like this kind of, a movie with this kind of cinematography that needs to be seen on Blu-ray. But yeah, really excited. Gonna go ahead and sit down and watch this movie. Hopefully it doesn't let me down, but I'll definitely see you guys later and I'll let you guys know what I think. Alright? Okay, I will say this. I'm about a half an hour into the movie, and I gotta say, this movie is beautiful to look at. I mean, the lighting, the placement of the camera, the colors on the walls, on the floor, and the lights, the clothing, it's just, it grabs your eyes and just glues them to the TV because it's absolutely beautiful to look at. It reminds me a lot of David Fincher movies. Not David Fincher movies, David Lynch movies. How they always seemed empty, but there's always something to look at in the background, you know, because of his camera placements and the cinematography and the lighting and the different colors and everything surrounding the characters. So it's definitely very beautiful to look at, and the music is unbelievable. It's perfect for this movie. I forget the name of the composer or the writer of the music. Something Martinez. What is it? I forget. But I'm gonna keep on watching this. I definitely want to talk to you guys about it. So yeah, I have a lot of thoughts, you guys. Alright, I just got done watching it, and I'm really sorry, you guys, but I feel like I need to watch it one more time. I don't always do this, but this movie is really short, and I love that because it gives me the opportunity to watch it one more time. It's like an hour and 20 minutes long, and I do have a few thoughts on it, but I don't want to share them yet. So I'm gonna watch it one more time because there were a few things that I didn't quite understand. Some things are not made clear enough for the viewers, at least in my opinion. But the score is awesome. The music is awesome. The cinematography is absolutely gorgeous. The camera angles, the directing that Nicolas Winding Refn did is beautiful. It's to perfection in my opinion. But the story is lacking a few things, so I have to watch it one more time. So yeah, let me watch it one more time, and then I'll get back to you guys and share with you guys what I think, okay? Okay, so I just got done watching Only God Forgives, filmed by Nicolas Winding Refn on Blu-ray, which looks amazing. The cinematography is beautiful, breathtaking. That alone is a masterpiece, I think. The lighting, the colors, the camera placement, everything that falls under that is to perfection. Is it a really good movie that follows Drive? Yes and no. If you enjoyed Drive, there's actually a big, huge chance that you will love this movie, or at least enjoy it. If you did not like Drive, there is an even bigger chance that you will hate this movie. I mean, really hate it. Ever since I've seen Drive and Valhalla Rising, or whatever that movie is called, I can't think about it right now. I always felt that Nicolas Winding Refn, if he would have been born like 100 years from now and he was making silent films, he would have been considered one of the greatest filmmakers of all time. But because he's not, people seem to give him a hard time simply because his movies are very different. They're not big budgeted movies with this huge story and huge sets or anything like that. He likes to do stories or movies with simple stories and simple plots. But this movie is a little strange. It is very different. The reason I had to watch it twice is because like I said earlier, there were a few things that I simply did not understand. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some movies do need a second look or a second take. So I feel like I needed it. It's only an hour and 20, an hour and a half long. So I figured I'd give it another watch and see if the second time I get something different out of it. And yes, I did. Okay, so a few things were clear. Okay, so you have Ryan Gosling, Julian, who runs a boxing gym or a boxing club with his brother. They both own it, but it's only a cover-up. They actually sell drugs out of it. Him, his brother, and his mother, who actually runs the whole entire business, but is usually never around, they run the business together and they own this boxing gym. Okay, so immediately in the beginning, you're introduced to the boxing gym and you're introduced to Julian, Ryan Gosling, and his brother Billy, who happens to be his older brother. This doesn't really spoil anything because you also get it from the trailer, but Billy is murdered. He decides to do something very, very stupid, in my opinion, and gets himself killed, which is the consequences of his actions or the decision that he decided to make. Ryan Gosling finds out about his brother being murdered, and so does his mother, who is a control freak. I mean, this woman is absolutely crazy. She might as well be the devil. Okay, so she finds out that not only is her eldest son murdered, but a cop is behind it. The cop did not necessarily kill Billy, Julian, Ryan Gosling's older brother, but he did have something to do with it. So his mom gets pissed off and decides to get revenge in this situation, and she does her best at it. She also gives Julian, Ryan Gosling, a very hard time, and their relationship is very, very different. You get a sense of strange things happening in his childhood or in his past that involved him and his brother. There is also a big, huge twist or backstory in Ryan Gosling's character that involves his dad. There's a lot of shots in this movie that have to do with hands. And that does get explained throughout the story. Okay, everything in this movie is a metaphor. You have the cop, who is like the most powerful character in this movie, who is God. I know that sounds strange to a lot of people, but Nicolas Winding Refn literally wrote his character to be God in the flesh. If you go into the movie understanding that or knowing that, it will help you understand a lot of things that go on throughout this movie, like why he can be a little violent sometimes and why he cares a lot about what people do and why they do them. It helps you understand why he does certain things, the consequences that he takes or gives towards the people that have done wrong, or understanding why he does certain things. The violence in this movie. I am one that loves violence in movies. I love violence when it's done right. I believe it is very, very necessary in certain movies with certain stories. And this movie is very, very violent. It's violent the way Drive was. Definitely not for everybody, but there were a few scenes that I felt were not necessarily needed, but at the same time I found myself enjoying them. Okay, so did I like the movie? Yes. Did I love the movie? Yes. Okay, hear me out. There's something about this movie, and I sort of felt it the first time I watched it, but I felt like I needed a second watch just because I wasn't sure if I was actually in love with it, simply because I didn't understand a few things. But after watching it the second time, I felt like, wow, I love this movie. And I know I'm going to get a lot of crap for it because I know for a fact that a lot of people do not like this movie at all. And those people that did not like this movie do not like Drive. They absolutely hate it. And it's very similar. Nicolas Winding Refn is very different, and I like him for that because he doesn't listen to Hollywood and what they want, because he's not giving them what they want. He has his own art style, and that's what this movie is. It's an art house movie. The visuals in it are absolutely brilliant. His camera angles, I feel like where he puts his camera and what's going on through the lens, I feel like nobody else can do it. Not only that, but where he places his cameras, I feel like that's where they need to be for certain scenes or for this movie. I feel like no one else can do what he's doing and pull it off. And he is the master of it. If there was a name for what he's doing in his film career, like, I want to know what that is, because it's brilliant. It is sort of a silent film, just like Drive and just like Valhalla Rising, which the main character doesn't say a word throughout the whole entire movie. In this movie, Ryan Gosling doesn't have a lot of lines, but he is perfect for this role. The cast, everybody in this movie is absolutely brilliant. I enjoyed the cast, and every single character is actually very, very interesting. Even his mother, who is very, very strange, and the relationship that they have. The cop, who happens to be God, is very, very creepy, but at the same time you're watching this and you get the sense that he is God. So even for those people that don't know who his character is, they're still gonna get a sense of a supernatural being behind this person. Now, the ending did catch me off guard. There is something about the ending that I don't want to spoil. That, I mean, I get it, but at the same time I feel like I wanted more. I know it might be a little hard to understand what I'm trying to say, or hear me explain this movie, but it is very hard to explain because it's very, very different. The story is not simple. There are little different elements in this story that you're not going to see anywhere else, and you probably won't ever see again because it's that different. But I believe it's definitely worth watching, especially if you're into art films. If you love Drive, you will love this movie, and it's definitely worth giving a shot. I did, and I enjoyed it very, very much. I know a lot of people don't, but if you love this movie, please let me know so that I know for a fact that I am not alone. But definitely check it out, you guys. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I own it on Blu-ray. It looks fantastic. It looks really good. But thanks for watching, you guys. This is a movie that I've been wanting to see for a very long time, especially after seeing Drive and after learning a lot about it, and after learning a lot about Nicolas Winding Refn and his backstory. I was very interested in seeing what he came up with next, and when I found out this was next, I was very, very interested and excited about it. So I figured I'd share that with you guys, movie lovers just like me. So if you like this video, please like. If you have any comments about this movie, about Nicolas Winding Refn or our house movies, please leave them down below. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.